It's the JT Cho Show!
Looks like the Punisher is upping his game! Double kill! Hurry up!
I'm just not Don't mess with the Amazing Spider-Man!
That killer spider! This is gonna hurt!
Another bacon?
Double kill!
Clapping. Thank you. Far too kind. I'll lose that. What another exciting episode of the JT Show, episode 185. Cheers. Cheers. 15 away from 200. We'll surely, most likely, reach that in 2025. Okay. Yeah. Have to. Yeah, is this the first? No, we had one. Is this the first podcast in the new year? I think it is, maybe.
Might be.
No, we did one after the 24-hour stream. Did we not?
We did one before it. We were supposed to do one during. I don't think we did.
Yeah, I don't think we did either.
So we didn't even talk about the 24-hour stream.
No, we might have. No, we did last time for sure. 184, we definitely talked about it. 24-hour stream. That was definitely on the topics. So this is the second. This is the number 2 of the year.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, because we talked about Marvel Rivals. I just finished Ted Lasso. Well, I didn't just finish. I was almost finished.
Yeah.
Already beat Alabama last time. We talked about that.
Yeah, but that was like right at the...
That was New Year's Eve.
Oh, true. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so... And it was J.J.R. Tolkien's birthday.
Yeah, it was Mel Gibson's last time.
Yeah, so happy early birthdays to those fellas.
Well, late birthday.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Oh, technically early too, kind of.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, because it's already passed, so like you wish them early.
Yeah,
I thought something funny the other day. It was people born on the first of the year could never say my birthday's last year. It's always this year.
Hilarious.
And then people born on the 31st of December can never say my birthday's next year.
Damn.
Because it's always going to be this year. It's never next year.
That's wild.
Yeah, crazy, right?
Yeah.
It's a weird thing to think about.
It is a weird thing to think about.
Yeah. Whose birthday you got?
I have somebody who is known for grilling, but he used to be known for fighting.
Okay.
And it's Mr. George Foreman's birthday.
George Foreman?
Turns
George
seven-
R.R. Foreman?
Turned 76 years old.
Wow, motherfucker's old. Is he still alive?
Yeah.
Wow.
76.
Wow.
He didn't,
Old guy.
Yeah, he that would have been turned 76.
Yeah, true.
Currently alive.
That was one of my favorite things from the highlights of Bad Friends. It was Bobby was doing like a scene where like his mom died, and he was like, "Yeah, my mom died the other day, and you know she's the biggest Bad Friends fan. She's the biggest Bad Friends fan." And old boy Santino corrected him. He goes, "Was." It's just like the little subtle bullshit. It's just funny.
Yeah.
I got his name is Josiah Gordon, better known as Doc Surlock, right-hand man for Billy the Kid back in the day.
Wow.
Born in 1849, died in 1929. So pretty long life for
80.
Pretty long life for a
Early settler.
gunslinger.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he was a founding member of the Regulators during the Lincoln County War in New Mexico.
Wow.
No idea what that means.
Me neither.
Never studied any of that.
No.
But he died at age 80 in Eastland, Texas, 1929. So he saw gunslinging and gold rushing and
the
Great
First
Depression
World War.
and the First World War.
Yeah.
And then called it quits. He said, "I'm fucking out of here."
Hitler around the corner. I don't get it.
We'll call it quits here, dude.
Yeah. What's on the horizon? Possible Second World War.
Interesting life.
Isn't it crazy that, like, we've had 2 world wars in, like, the first 20 years of the 20th century,
Yeah.
and then we've just been kind of chill because now our weapons are just way too strong. So it's like...
It would end everything. We
Yeah.
can't squabble over nothing.
Yeah. So everyone's...
We're not fighting over salt anymore.
Everyone's on the thing. I'll do it if you do it.
Yeah.
Then don't do it.
Yeah.
Well, Trump's like, ours work.
Yeah, ours were. You just can't even make it across the bay.
Yeah. Fucking cat.
Yeah. So I got one thing. Started off with so Skyrim.
Yeah.
Skyrim was 2,403 days old when they released the early teaser trailer for Elder Scrolls 6.
Wow.
Now that trailer is 2,403 days old.
Wow.
It's just been cock teasing us for fucking 10 years.
Just give us the game.
15 years. Yeah. Just give it to us.
Yeah.
Fucking give it to me.
I'll play it all day.
One thing that was a little crazy to me. So you remember TV Land?
Sorry, excuse me.
Used to show TV shows from like the 60s.
Used to
70s.
show I Love Lucy.
All the old shows.
I Dream of Jeannie.
Yeah.
And then the other show. What was the other show that was good? It was there's the chick who's always like that's I Love Lucy. And then there's one other. There's I Dream of Jeannie. But then there's another show that's almost exactly like it.
I had a list on my.
Oh, Bewitched.
Bewitched. Yeah, Bewitched was one of them too.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yes, I grew up on.
do you know what's on TV Land now?
Ooh, I don't want to know, but tell me.
Friends.
Wow.
How I Met Your Mother.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Ridiculous.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Syndication.
Hate it.
It's hilarious.
Hate it. We're
Man.
old now. TV Land's made for us now.
Yeah.
I remember I used to go to
Throw that 70s show on
I used
it.
to go to like old uncles' houses or whatever, and TV Land would be on, and be like, "These shows fucking blow, dude. Why aren't you watching the new shit?"
I used to watch them.
I used to watch them,
Well, I
but
mean,
like
like-
in my head, I wasn't like a fan.
My mom would watch them, so it like I'm watching TV. Oh well, I guess I'm watching what you're watching because like
Yeah.
you know you don't have a TV.
I grew up. My mom was not of your mom's generation, so I grew up watching like Dawson's Creek with my mom
Hilarious.
because she was like a young 20-something.
I had to sit through Touch by an Angel.
Yeah, Dawson's Creek, Friends. What was the other one that was a big one? Smallville.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The OC.
The OC. Survivor.
I'm just glad I never grew up as a soap opera family because those are
Oh,
fucking
God, those are just awful, dude. Those are just like, it's just in your face geared drama. I like the drama that they keep reeled back a little bit and then they slap you with it and then reel it back in a little bit.
It's like every episode, you're either your twins trying to fucking kill your wife,
Or your
fucking-
dead twin turns out to be your father, actually, that had a surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's just some weird shit.
So can we get back together? No, you're my ex-father-in-law's dead sister who came back because she wasn't really dead but had the surgery.
Carlita?
Oh, that's exactly how that goes.
Yeah.
One thing for video games, there's a sick collab that it's just a teaser. I know nothing about it, but Lego and Nintendo have merged to be releasing a Lego Game Boy
Oh,
in October of 2025.
a Lego Game Boy.
So if it's a Lego Game Boy Advance to where you build the Game Boy Advance out of Lego parts and you just like kind of plug the electronic parts into it and you can play Game Boy Advance
So
games.
you like build the box for it?
You basically, I don't know. I have no idea. It just, or maybe it's just like a controller that looks like a Lego.
I would have to imagine it's just a brick.
But like low key, if they come out with a Game Boy Advance in 2025, I'm gonna get it. Just because like, go on a camping trip. What are you doing? Oh, I'm just busting out Legend of Zelda real quick.
So I priced out a couple things because I thought it'd be fun to do a playthrough of the old Pokemon games.
I mean, I can do that on the GameCube.
Yeah, no, I know you can.
Yeah.
But I went to Disc Traders
Yeah.
the other day, and I was looking at all the old consoles they have. You can get a whole pre-made, like they have it like fucking saran wrapped. All the old consoles, they have like a bunch of them. You can get a Nintendo 64 for like $65,
It's not bad.
which is pretty fucking cheap. The expensive part's the cool games, obviously, because like Pokemon Snap's like $120 or
Damn.
all the good games are expensive as shit. I think Mario Kart goes for like $200 nowadays. But anyways, I was looking at their Game Boy games, like OG Game Boy games. They have Fire Red and not Fire Red, I guess Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue.
Yeah.
You get those for like $20 a piece.
It's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
Yeah.
I thought about it for a second. I was like, oh shit, I don't have anything to play it on. But if I did, that's a really good price. You know what the most expensive Game Boy game they had there? Not Game Boy Advance, Game Boy game?
Was it like a Mario Brothers?
It's Pokemon.
Pokemon yellow?
They didn't have a yellow. I asked them if they had a yellow. Not gold. They didn't have a gold
Blue.
either. Well, blue was $20.
Red.
Red was $20.
Silver.
Crystal.
Crystal. Man, I was like
$170.
I was four off. Yeah, that's crazy.
$170 for Pokemon Crystal.
Yeah.
The Suicune on it.
Yeah,
Crazy. And then the Game Boy Color was $120, and then just the OG normal Game Boy was like $60.
It's not bad.
It's not bad at all. It doesn't have a backlight, obviously, so you'd have to get one of those stupid fucking flashlights to play it. I had one of those.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was cool, and I low key want to do a fucking playthrough of those old Pokemon games just because they were so much fun. But I also know I have to redo my playthrough of the newer Pokemon game.
Same.
So I want to get that fucking Black Charizard, dude.
Yeah.
I have to. I got the fucking shiny. Boy, I have to. I've never gotten a shiny Charmander in any of my Pokemon games I've ever played.
Yeah.
Even though I tried when I was a teenager.
Way more vigorously when time wasn't a construct.
Yeah, way more big. I think I spent like 3 weeks trying to get a shiny Charmander, and I didn't have anything, like I didn't really have like the internet to look at to like show me like the drop rate of them or like the best fucking way to breed them or anything. So I was just like Ditto Charizard, leave them in the fucking thing. Every time an egg would pop up, I'd go get it and run around with it. That was like my main goal in that Fire Red game, the Game Boy Advance one, the smaller one.
Mm-hmm.
And I never got one. I ended up with like 1 million Charmanders that had like dope movesets because like when they're born from like a high level Charizard, they can get like sick moves that they wouldn't normally have. So I had like a Charmander with like Blast Burn, like which, you know, not supposed to have.
Yeah.
Supposed to learn it at like level 80, but it just knew it because my Charizard did.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of those, but no shinies. No shinies ever. I did have a shiny Ditto, but I never bred with it because I thought it would fuck it up.
I was catching shinies before I knew how cool shinies were. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I caught a Pokemon that was shiny. And then, like, as the internet came about, people were like, I'm shiny hunting. I'm like, I didn't know, like, shinies were this rare.
Yeah.
I just played the game for hours and hours and hours and hours to where it would make sense. Like, yeah, I got a couple shinies in, 4 days of playing. I caught 2 shinies.
The first shiny I ever saw was on Travis Leaf Green that he had, because we all went, the day it dropped, we all went to GameStop, me and all my cousins, and we all got a copy of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I was the only one that got a Fire Red, because everyone else was fucking losers. They didn't like Charizard. But it was kind of cool because there were like Pokemon that you couldn't get in their game and couldn't get in my game, so I was like the fucking king shit, because I had all the Pokemon they couldn't get.
Right.
And I think it was like, there was like a Kangaskhan they couldn't get, but like I couldn't get a Scyther or something. Something weird. So I was trading Kangaskhan's for like whatever. I was like, give me your starter.
Right.
What? I'm like, where else are you going to get it?
Right.
You go to one of your boys? Oh, yeah, that's right. He's got Leaf Green.
Dude, just trade me your starter and restart.
Yeah, just restart, dude.
And I'll just trade this guy.
Yeah.
Which one was it? So the one with the legendary dogs, is that silver and gold, or is that sapphire and ruby?
That is Sapphire, or no, Crystal, and whatever the other one was. Crystal was the one, the original one, because that's the one that had Suicune on it.
Yeah.
It was Crystal, and I don't remember Crystal's counterpart.
So whenever the legendary dogs, where you'd have to like look at your Pokedex, see what area.
Silver was the dopest early release one they had, Silver and Gold, because they had obviously Lugia and Ho-Oh.
Yeah.
They also had the dogs, and they also had Mewtwo.
Yeah, so it might have been the dogs then.
But that was the one where you go through Johto, or you go through Kanto first, and then you go backtrack through Johto.
Yeah.
Like after you beat all these guys, they're like, oh, we just discovered a new island, but people have been living there forever. Go over there. And then you can go hunt for like the OG Pokemon. So you go through like the Gen 2 thing, and then there's the Gen 1 shit.
Right.
But yeah, that game was fucking sick because you get, 18 badges, and then you go to the Elite Four, and then you fight the fucking champion, which is your rival, and then you could go fight fucking Red, who was just chilling up in his fucking
Yeah, we
ivory
go
tower.
talk to Professor Oak, and he's like, hey, I got a guy you can go fight.
Yeah, oh, you think you're the best, huh?
Hey, I really want to fuck your mom, so I got this guy who's on top of a mountain.
Got a level 95 Pikachu for no reason.
You should go fight him.
Pikachu was like level 95. I think all of his starter Pokemon, like his Charizard and all that, I think they were all in like the mid 80s. I think he had a Snorlax too, if I remember right.
Probably.
Snorlax and a Lapras or something. I can't remember. I know it was Pikachu, the original 3 starters, a Snorlax, and something else. I can't remember what it was.
But I was on the hunt for the dogs to where you look at your Pokedex, you'd fly to that area, then you check your Pokedex again to make sure they were still there.
That was Silver and Gold.
Yeah, silver and gold.
Yeah.
So as I was playing that, I got a shiny, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't catch the dog." I was pissed, and I didn't even know it was a shiny. And then like years down the line, I was like, "Dude, I have a shiny on this silver that I just had no idea." And that's probably the last. That's probably when I had a Game Boy Advance because I had traded it up to Ruby and no, not Ruby, the Sapphire because I had Sapphire over Ruby because I didn't want the red lizard guy.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted the fucking-
Groudon, or whatever the fuck it is.
Kyogre.
Kyogre. I think Kyogre's newer.
Yeah.
And Groudon is the, looked like a Tyranitar, but it was red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's the fucking blue guy. He's a fish almost. He's got the
Yeah, the big whale.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there was a bigger whale.
Yeah. That was like
That
a
whale was
legendary whale.
huge.
Yeah.
Imagine feeding that Pokemon.
Couldn't stay in your ball.
Yeah.
The logistics of having that Pokemon are ridiculous.
Like, hey man, we're in
You would need to live on a coastal state.
we're in a landlocked country for the next 6 months. So you better. Hey, who you fighting with? This beached whale.
Yeah. You release him from the ball. Just, can't move. Use water blasts. He's like, I can't. Kill me. Kill me, please.
Fucking Ash Ketchum.
Why did you bring me to the fire region?
Why am I fighting Blaze?
Yeah, it's too warm.
Lame.
I can't swim in the Magna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah, those Pokemon games are great. I think my first ever encounter with a shiny wasn't even me. It was me watching Trav play, and he found a pink Sneasel. And I was like, and it was in his leaf green. And I remember looking at it, and I was like, holy shit. And he's like, I'm going to catch it. It's pink. And I was like, yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
And then he caught it, and it had like a weird emblem on the side of it. So
Like
I
a little.
flicked through my fucking Pokemon magazine that I had, and I found out that it was shiny. And then I found out every Pokemon has a shiny version, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
And then I started trying to get the shiny Charizard, and I was like, I was willing to like get rid of my Charizard to get it. Like I would have like traded my OG Charizard I had since birth, and just fucking get rid of it. But I ended up breeding him, and I couldn't fucking get it. And then when I got into high school, that's when I found out that the shiny Charizard was black, and I was like, "Damn it!
Gangster.
I wanted it."
Yeah.
I wanted it, but never got it. Yeah, those Pokemon games, they really bring me back. Those were huge. Great games. The first one I ever had was Pokemon Yellow. And my dad had a fire, or the red one. And I never got to play his. I don't even know what happened to his.
Yeah, I got blue, my brother got red, and then we both got yellow, but he got to play it first. But once he was done playing his, I traded everything to yellow.
Nice.
So you could have all 151. And then it was pretty dope.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about Pokemon. Travi was like a fucking baby at the time, like still in diapers, and I was playing my Pokemon Yellow. And I thought that the more you interacted with your Pikachu, the more it would grow to like you. I didn't realize you needed like badges to get it to respect you.
Yeah.
And I just, for like 3 hours straight, I was just talking to the Pikachu. Just talking to it. And it kept doing like the little disgruntled face above it. 'Cause
Right.
It like didn't really fuck with you. And I was like, oh, if you trust me, then I'll be able to beat Brock easier. And then I just like, I didn't realize that you could catch other Pokemon. Like I thought all the Pokemon were given to you because Pikachu was given to me. Why
wouldn't I?
Yeah, why wouldn't the other ones just
Hey,
be given to me?
welcome to Jonesville. Here's a Snorlax.
Yeah. Oh shit. Okay. Sick. Now I got a Snorlax.
Yeah.
Pikachu Snorlax. Here we go.
Yeah.
But so I ended up I grinded out to the point where my Pikachu could finally beat Brock on its own, and he was like level 35 by the end of it.
Jesus.
And so like I rolled through Misty, rolled through the other ones. I got like 3 gym badges before I realized you could catch other Pokemon.
Hilarious.
So by the end of it, my Pikachu was like, I think I didn't quite have him maxed out, but I was pretty close. I think it was like a 92 or 93. But yeah, I ended up beating that game, and I showed my dad. He goes, now you get another game. I was like, really? He goes, yeah, you beat your video game, I'll get you another one. You have to beat it, though. And then I started speedrunning him. And then he switched his fucking parameters. He's like, now you have to finish the game. And I was like, what's that? He's like, you have to unlock all the cool shit. And I was like, I don't know how to do any of that. And he's like, here's a magazine.
Right.
Show you all the cool shit you got to do. And then I got that was around the same time frame as me playing Legend of Zelda. And I beat Legend of Zelda, and I begged him to get me, it was Pokemon Stadium. But I was so fucking dumb as a kid. I think I've talked about this on the pod. I was like an idiot as a kid. I didn't really understand shit. I did not know how to pick the attacks on Pokemon Stadium. So what it is you hold the trigger or whatever, or you press this one of the fucking D-pad buttons, and it brings up your fucking list of moves. And then you press the button corresponding to that move. I would mash all the buttons on the right side of the controller, and it would just pick a move for me.
Hilarious.
So that's what I did for like the whole thing. I beat that game like that.
Hilarious.
Without picking my moves. I'm like, why is my Charizard doing Sword Dance 15 times? It's because I was leaning more towards the top, and that was the top move, was the fucking...
Hilarious.
Yeah, so... Yeah, and then I beat that game, and I ended up asking for... I think it was Mario Kart. Then I beat Mario Kart, and by that time, we ended up getting another console. I don't remember what it was. I think it was the PS1. And then I didn't really play a whole lot of video games. And then in 2005, the Xbox came out. And I was like, Dad, I need it. I went to my boy's house. I played Halo for the first time. I was like, Dad, this game is ridiculous. You're going to love it.
Yeah.
He hated Halo.
Hilarious.
He hated Halo. He loved Star Fox.
Well, weird.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Didn't like Xbox.
Right.
So the Xbox stayed in my room and never left. And Travi kept the GameCube in his room. But yeah, I remember that was one of my fondest memories, playing Star Fox Adventures. It's the one where you got the little dinosaur follows you around. You got a staff, and it's like his like special move was like some Krakatoa thing with the dinosaur. You like sling the dinosaur off the staff and it, like attacks some people. Little baby dinosaur. You got to find his parents. His parents are like the king Triceratopses or whatever.
Right.
But the last level is fighting Andross in space. So you finally get your ship working again. And I couldn't get past Andross. And it was like midnight on a school night. My dad's like, you have to turn it off. I was like, Dad, we're right here. Once we beat this, we beat it. And me and Trevor just talked about it the other night. We handed the controller to my dad, and within like 5 minutes, he had the game beat.
Hilarious.
And just fucking played through it. And then to come to find out, some days he would drop us off at school, not work that day, come home and sit in our room, play fucking on his own memory card. But it wasn't his own memory card. He left it in the thing. It was just the number 2 memory card that we never fucking used. That was like a backup memory card.
Yeah.
So he had his own save game on there, and he had already beaten the game. And he's like, this is how you do it. He fucking went on and beat the game, and then he didn't even let the credits roll so we could go back through and play like endgame shit.
Yeah.
He just fucking turned off the GameCube and was like, go to bed. And I was like, ah. Never played it again.
Hilarious.
Never played it again. Yeah. Fun times. Those old games are fun.
Yeah.
Old like puzzle games.
Yeah.
I used to love Prince of Persia, Sands of Time.
Yeah, that was a good game.
Fantastic game.
Yeah, I was like, Spyro.
Spyro's a classic. You can get Spyro for like $6 at that place.
I have it for the Xbox.
Oh yeah, that's right. They have them on Game Pass now.
Yeah. So, Spyro 3 was like crazy intricate because like going back to 1 and 2, they're okay, but when you get everything for 3, you play hockey in 3. Like you shoot pucks out of your mouth and play hockey against a guy and a goalie.
Oh, that's hilarious.
You charge the puck, and they can check you, and then you have to score by breathing fire on the puck to shoot it to the net.
I never fucked around with the Spyros. I was always, like I said, when the PlayStation 1 came out, I wasn't really much of a gamer. That was when I was like going out and fucking with like bottle rockets.
To buy me that game because she's like, it's a little dragon.
Yeah, I would fuck around with 11 notifications.
11.
Not important. But
I got my grandma to buy me, because my mom would like buy me Spyro and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But then Bruce Campbell had a game come out called The Army of Darkness, and it was like rated T for teen. And my grandma was like, I'll buy you a video game for your birthday, and I was like, sick. So we went to the Jonesville Walmart, and they had that game. And my grandma was like, well, it says it's kind of rated mature. I thought you said it was teen. I was like, oh, it's just because you kill zombies, Grandma. She's like, oh, zombies aren't bad. And then it's the language and the things that Bruce Campbell says.
everything else.
But it was really funny, though, because I was much younger. I shouldn't have had the game. And my older cousins came over from South Carolina. They were like, what game are you playing? And I was just, like, killing these giant zombie hordes as Bruce Campbell. And he was saying, like, hookers, strippers, and stuff like that. And they're like, this game is ridiculous. And I was like, yeah, my grandma bought it for me.
That's funny. I remember I got the original Xbox when that came out. One of my mom's boyfriends had it, and he ended up gifting it to me. But I had to let him play whenever he wanted, which wasn't very often. The only game he liked was Ninja Gaiden. I don't know if you remember that game.
Yeah.
But
Ninja Gaiden.
Gaiden, whatever it was. Yeah, so I had that Xbox, and that's where, obviously, Halo, all that shit. Fuck, what was the game? Oh, it was San Andreas. And that came out. And I remember I was playing it, and I was paying a hooker. Didn't really know what they were doing, but I just knew you got, like, health from it. And so, like, I would pay the hooker like the $100 or whatever it was, that I didn't know that my mom's boyfriend was standing behind me watching me play it. And I did it, and I waited till the car stopped shaking, and then the hooker got out to like leave, and then I ran her over and took my cash back. And he was like, "Yo!" And I fucking freaked out because like I just killed someone.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Did you just hire a hooker and then get your money back?" And I was like, "Oh, I was getting health back, and I didn't want to waste money
On health.
on health, so I just did that." And he was like, "It's really smart, a little devious." And I was like, "Oh, okay." He goes, "How far into the game are you?" And I was like, just about to go burn that field of marijuana, like towards the end game or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, okay." And then he just like left the room, and I was like, "Man, he's gonna tell my mom? That's fucked." And then I found out like a couple weeks later what they were actually doing in the back of the car, because he did tell my mom. And then my mom explained to me what it was. And I was like, "Oh, well." And then I explained to her that you get health, and I was low on health because I had just robbed a liquor store or whatever the fuck it was. Like, whatever my last mission was, I was fucking sore from. And I was like, "Oh, she was just helping me out." She's like, "Yeah, she was. And then you killed her." And I was like, "I did. I wanted my money back. I was broke.
I killed him. I killed him.
Spent all my money on guns."
I killed an NPC for my money back.
Yeah, I told her I spent all my money on guns, so I needed my money back. And then she had her boyfriend show me the cheat codes for unlimited guns and ammo. And I was like, "This game's so easy."
Yeah.
Never beat the game. I just went around and fucking blasted people after that. 'Cause the only reason I was playing the game was to get more money to buy more guns.
Yeah.
And after I unlocked all the guns, I didn't really give a shit about finishing the game.
Right.
But yeah, those games were fun. So yeah, and the
Grand Theft Auto 6 is projected to make $3 billion.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
And they've spent like $2 billion manufacturing it already,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
For like 9 years.
Yeah, 10 years now. I think it's over a decade.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Because the last one came out before I enlisted.
I think it jumped an entire console gen.
Yeah, I went from one console to the next console gen to the next console gen to the next console gen.
All for $60.
Yeah.
Until now. Now it's worth like 20 or something.
Yeah. It's finally official, guys.
Yeah.
It's going to come out eventually. Hope it's
2,403 more days.
Next Cyberpunk. Release date, terrible. You're going to be doing missions with people online, and they're just going to crash the helicopter and leave.
I was so mad when I found out about Grand Theft Auto Online too, because I wanted to play that game with my boys, like play the story.
Yeah.
Like I wanted it to be that, and then it was just like a sandbox of everyone buys the same fucking condo, everyone buys the same shit, you go to the same casinos. It's what I was doing as a child, just with a million other people. I wanted to play like the actual game. That's kind of what I want with like Skyrim too. Like I know Skyrim's not going to have that, but it would be so dope to have like two Dragonborn in the same
like,
game,
do you
or
want to
maybe
play
like a
co-op?
Dragonborn and a Dragonborn-esque type something
They
else.
should just be like, do you want to play co-op? You could, like, for major missions in the chapter, you have to be in the same location.
Yeah,
But if I'm just on your server and you're in Riften and I'm at Winter, fucking whatever.
yeah.
Hell,
Not Winterfell. That's fucking.
that's fucking
That's
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, not Lord of the Rings. Game of Thrones.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
No, I didn't say that. But fucking Winterhold. Winterhold. Yeah. Yeah.
That's where the Wizard College was.
Yeah. So like we could just do our own shit on the same server.
Yeah, because if you were a wizard and I wanted to be a knight, you'd go to the college, do all those side missions. I'd go do like all the knight side missions,
Yeah.
and then we'd meet up to do a main mission.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be sick.
and then like
And then you could form like your own guild.
yeah, that'd be cool. You have like 6 motherfuckers. It'd be kind of. I want them to mash Baldur's Gate and Skyrim together, but I don't want it to be D&D themed. I don't want to be tied to your events that are happening. Like, there needs to be some side missions you can accept and start them, and then if like I come up to you, there should be like a prompt where it's like, do you accept this mission with them? And you're like, yes, and then it's like, okay, you completed everything they've completed for that mission.
Yeah, or like it'll just fast travel you over to your location.
Yeah, or you get like the option, like, hey, they're starting this mission, do you want to go do it with them?
Yeah.
And then it fast travels you to like the main, whatever the closest main location is.
Yeah.
And then you go meet up with them, and they're just like waiting for you to start the mission.
Yeah.
That'd be sick as fuck. I still want that fucking Batman Beyond game. I think that'd be the greatest Batman game of all time.
It'd be sick.
So much customization. You can make him look however you want. He's gonna wear a mask anyways.
Yeah, and like your mech suit will have the coolest upgrades.
Yeah, you just in like every mission you complete, like, oh, you completed the first mission. Here's the battle ring.
Yeah,
You know, like whatever.
or like
here's
now you have
the.
enough,
This is how you activate your wingsuit.
now you have enough EXP to buy this upgrade. For
Yeah. Make it to where, like, you know, certain missions unlock certain
You
things,
fly
and then
faster, you fly farther with the jet boosters.
yep, and then you get like whatever XP, whatever bat coins or whatever you get, you spend them, you give them to Bruce, and Bruce is like, oh, here,
Cool
you can have
finishers
this.
like Lord of the, what was the one? It's kind of like Assassin's Creed, but it's Lord of the Rings.
Oh, Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War.
There's Shadow of War. Yeah, there's Shadow of War. Then there's Shadow of. There's two games.
Yeah,
Shadow of War and Shadow of something. I don't know.
I don't know. Those were great games too.
Yeah.
I remember I played the shit out of that game, the first one, when I was married the first time, and I beat the first map, and then the second map popped up, and it was bigger than the first one. And I was like, God damn it!
Yeah.
And I didn't play it.
So like, I did the same thing on the first one, and then I was like, damn. And then it took me so much longer to beat the second half. And then so I got this new game, and so I was like, cool, I beat the first one, let's beat the second one, and then it was 2 of 4 left. And I was like, I'm not doing this for all 4 regions.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way.
Yeah, I think the first one had 2 regions, and the second one had like 5 or something, or 6.
like-
It
I
was
think
like
it's
6
4 or 5.
regions. It was like 5 regions with like 4 different maps, each one of them.
Yeah.
And like you could walk to it, but then there was like a gate you go through and reload to the next region, or you could just like fast travel to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were good fucking games.
They were. KLB were dope. Speaking of video games, Apex fell in revenues for the first time in a long time
Good. Fuck 'em.
because of their double battle pass.
Yeah.
This time, so this poll was taken like August. October, November. They had around 400,000 people almost playing the game last year in 2023. This year, because of the way that they designed their battle pass, the same time frame, it was 78,000.
Oh shit.
So they're under 100,000 people right now total playing Apex. When
That's
a
all a
year,
bunch of tryhards.
a tryhard with just too much money in the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you're 300,000 people less playing the game when now Marvel Rivals is just chilling at almost a half
Boom.
milli every day.
Booming. I saw a clip of Shroud talking shit about Rivals.
How they don't give respect to Overwatch because that's the OG.
Yeah, well, he was basically saying, he's like, this isn't going to surpass Overwatch. He's like, you guys forget when Overwatch came out, it like broke the internet. Like it broke everything. Everyone was playing Overwatch. It's like, yeah,
Yeah,
but this is better. We actually have like childhood attachments to the characters,
yeah,
and it's the same fucking game.
yeah,
It's just better. It's streamlined, better characters. I can't really talk too much about Overwatch because I never really got into it.
yeah.
Because Overwatch just wasn't really my fucking thing ever. Like I never really liked
I play
Overwatch.
Reinhardt.
I never really liked it. I liked playing that. The only person I ever got decent with was the bitch with the mech suit,
Yeah,
basically the Hulk.
hmm
And she'd have her guns and just, and then when you get your special, you launch your fucking mech suit and it fucking implodes itself or explodes itself. But I think coming from someone who didn't really fuck with Overwatch at all, I like Marvel Rivals so much better.
yeah,
And it solely based on the character selection and the fact that I got in early enough to where I wasn't the worst player in every match.
yeah,
Whereas like Overwatch is one of those games where like now that it's been out for a certain amount of time, if we hopped into it now on like a competitive computer server, we'd get smoked. People would
Smacked.
get mad at us, and after the game, it would be like, "Oh, healer diff."
Yeah.
Like your own teammates would be calling you out because you sucked or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it'd be like jumping into Rainbow Six Siege right now. You just can't do that. It's like a new player. If you've never played Rainbow Six Siege, you can't just jump in right now and have a good time.
Right.
You can't. Unless there's like, I don't even know if there's like a career mode or anything in it. But like, if you play online against people, like Cody was really good at Siege. Like that's what he played growing up. I just never really fucked with it. I tried to play with him a few times. And me and you played a few times. And we won like one game because we got carried. But like, I just didn't really...
It's too late in the game.
It's way too late in the game to understand all the fine...
I mean, you could,
movements
but
and shit.
it'd be a hard grind of 6 months of not fun because you just be dying all the fucking time to people who are just professionals.
Yeah, the learning curve is way too beefy. Like
It's like you look at a guy like Jinxie who hears a specific noise.
he knows exactly what's going on.
He
and
knows
what floor
exactly
it's at.
where you're at, what you're doing, what traps you're laying, and all
He's like,
this.
oh, he's back left corner in the upstairs kitchen.
Oh, he's this guy.
Back left corner, upstairs kitchen, and it's this guy, and he just planted this.
Yeah.
So I know there's a trap there now.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I hear that click, and I'm like, oh, that was a weird noise.
Yeah.
Walk right into the trap.
Yeah.
Like, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Or like a sledgehammer's coming down from the ceiling. I didn't even know you could break the floors. Holy shit.
Right.
You know? Yeah, I never got into those games. I was more... And obviously it translates a little bit to our gaming now. I always fucked with, like, Madden was my shit
Yeah.
growing up. And I found, which I might purchase, Madden 08 and 09 were the Maddens that I like. I don't think I ever lost a game in Madden 08,
It's crazy.
like against all my friends or anything. And then I ended up, I upgraded to Madden 10, I think. And that was the one that had Larry Fitzgerald and Palomalu on the cover, I think. That was the first time they had like a joint thing.
What year?
10, I think.
Yeah. 09 was Favre, I think.
09 was Favre. 08 was Sean Alexander.
I have that one for the game.
06, I think, was McNabb. And then I don't remember 05. I know 04 was Vic. But yeah, and I remember I got 08, and there was this neighbor kid at my mom's house. His name was Aaron Raudebush. He's a cop in Rockland now, I think. But good guy. Good Mormon guy, I think. I don't know. We used to play all the time, and he was a Broncos fan. I was a Patriots fan, so we would do Patriots against Broncos. But I would have to give him a 14-point lead because in that Madden game, the Patriots had the highest base overall of all time, even to this day. They were a 96 overall base team
Damn.
because they had just went undefeated. They had 99 overall Tom Brady, 99 overall Randy Moss. They had, I think Wes Welker was like a 94 overall, so Wes Welker was like the 5th highest rated wide receiver in the game.
Crazy.
And their O-line, all the O-linemen were like 95 plus, because that was like the Nate Solder years. That was we had all the Matt White. We had all those fucking beefy guys up front that should all be in the Hall of Fame, even though not all of them were going to make it.
Right.
And then we had fucking Richard Seymour and fucking Willie McGinnis and, just the nastiest defense ever. So I used to have to give him the 14-point lead. So we would start off the game. He would receive. I would just let him score. I'd kick an onside kick to him. Wouldn't recover it. I'd let him score again. And then it'd be my turn to go. And I would just I would put Welker on a slant on this side and Moss on a fucking streak on this side. And if he didn't have Champ Bailey on the side with Moss on it, it was just wide open every time.
Right.
He had to have Champ Bailey on that side. And that was before you could, edit your cornerback matchups. So sometimes I would, switch the play and be like, oh, now Moss is on this side. Because he would, put his starters on that side. And then I would switch them. It was all pre-play. You couldn't do it, in the play.
Just make the play reverse.
I could reverse it. I could call an audible and reverse it, but the corners would follow.
Yeah.
So I would do it pre-play, and it was just an instant touchdown. And that was the one they had. It was the first time they had weird animations for catches. And Moss had one that was Moss specific, but there were other people that could do it. Andre Johnson could do it, and Calvin Johnson could do it, and all the good wide receivers could do it. But if you had them beat super deep, you'd lob the ball up, and it was an animation where receiver would be here, corner would be behind him by like a half step, and you'd lob the ball up. But instead of being like a perfect toss over the top, it'd be a little short. But instead of going up and mossing him, Moss would go like this, and he would bap the ball up like around, like the corner would be right here. He'd bap the ball up like that, and then keep running and catch it one-handed over the top of him, and just keep sprinting.
Ridiculous.
And if you got that animation, it was just locked in. So no matter what your corner did, you couldn't do anything. You could try to tackle his feet, and that would work sometimes. But if you tried to catch that ball, you would go up to catch it, and Moss would just bap it over your hands and then catch it on the other side, and you had all this momentum going that way, and you just score a touchdown every time.
That's dope.
Yeah, such a sick fucking game. I never lost that game. Even if I had to like pick like a random team, I just never lost it. I don't know why. I think if I played Madden competitions, I'd get fucked up, especially nowadays. Even back then, I think I would have gotten fucked up, but I was just better than all of my boys.
Sketch.
Yeah, I was basically Sketch at that time. Like, Sketch would get fucking rolled over in competition, but like against his boys, he was that dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one game I was ever great at. But I wasn't great, I was just better than the homies.
Right.
Yeah, and nowadays, I guess I still have that with NCAA. You beat me a few times, though.
Yeah.
Not a lot, though.
No. The only game I closely caught up on was Madden.
Yeah, Madden and 2K, you caught up to me. It started getting pretty even towards the end of it. Because I think the first like 20 games we played, I think I was like 15-5 against you.
Yeah, I'd have to beat you with Golden State or nobody else.
Yeah, and then once we started playing a lot more together, it got to the point to where like I think the last 40 games we played against each other was probably 20-20.
Yeah.
Like it was pretty fucking close. You might have had me beat out towards the end of it, but like overall I had you by like 10 just because the initial 20
Playing the
games we
random
played.
drunk nights were just...
So much fun.
Yeah.
So much fun. It makes me want to re-download it.
Yeah,
Just so we could play.
Maybe the year prior to the year where...
Whenever the new one
90s.
comes out and this one comes out on Battle Pass, we should fucking... Not Battle Pass, Game Pass.
Or we just download the one from 2 years ago and use all their rosters because they
We
have some
could.
dope-ass teams.
Yeah, we could.
Because they
yeah.
changed them up. They changed the Legend team up to the last one, and I didn't like some of the people they added. Like, what the fuck?
Those were fun times. And then whenever we would do Kings versus Pistons, then I found out late, like towards the last few months that we played,
Lonnie
that
Divac.
Lucas,
Oh,
Jerry Lucas or whatever the fuck his name was, the guy with the Elvis hair,
yeah.
he could hit threes.
Yeah.
I found that out and I was like, no way, because I remember I had I hit a game winner with Lottie on you. That
Yeah.
was like a crazy one. And then I hit a game winner with Lucas on you, and I didn't think it was going to go in. He had the ball wide open in the corner, and I fucking mashed the button to shoot it, so there was like a half second left, and he shot it, and it went in. I was like, oh, shit! And then I looked up his three-point shooting after that, and you're like, that's complete fucking bullshit. And then I found out he had 86 three-ball. I was like, no way!
That's loud.
Yeah, he was a fucking gangster. I want to say his name was George Lucas, but that's not what it was. It wasn't George Lucas. It was something Lucas.
It sounds right.
George Lucas, Star Wars, though.
Yeah. That's why it sounds
Jerry
right.
Lucas?
It might be, well, Jerry West.
No, yeah, Adam West.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
But there's Jerry
Jerry
West
West.
in the NBA. Is it Jerry Lucas? Who is it?
Holy shit.
What's that?
His name is Jerry Ray Lucas.
Jerry Lucas. Hilarious.
Yeah. Jerry with a J.
Good. I did write down all the teams playing this weekend. For
There he was, dude. The Elvis haircut. I don't know, you guys probably can't see it, but yeah, he had the goofy haircut.
so there's the Notre Dame game that happened last night. They beat Penn State.
Yep, fuck him.
Tonight, Texas plays that team from Ohio.
Oh, yeah?
But Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday Night Football.
There's Monday Night Football?
There is Monday Night Football. There's 2 games Saturday. There's 3 games Sunday, and there's 1 game Monday.
I'm going to look up the bracket real quick and write down the names, just so I can have it down on paper.
Well, I have them all written down, and then they get reseeded. So
Yeah, well, I'm going to make my, like, the bracket. I'm just going to write it down real quick and, like, cross out the names I think are going to lose.
You mean? Oh, okay. I mean, I wrote down who's playing who. There's the Chargers versus the Texans. That's the early game on Saturday.
All right, I'll just write them down with you telling me.
There's the Steelers and Ravens. That's the 8 o'clock game on Saturday. We've got Broncos and Bills for the first game on Sunday. Packers versus Eagles, 4 o'clock game on your Sunday. Commanders versus Bucks. That's going to be your late game on Sunday.
You
And
say
then
Commanders Bucks.
Commanders Bucks, and then it's going to be Vikings Rams for your Monday Night Football game. Only 2 teams have a bye. That's Kansas City and Detroit.
What were the? So I got Chargers Texans, then I'm missing 2.
Steelers Ravens. Broncos Bills. Broncos Modern Life.
All right, so I got Chargers Texans, Steelers Ravens, Broncos Bills, Pack Eagles, Commanders Bucks, Vikings Rams.
Yep.
All right. I think
Here, I'll just circle mine.
Chargers are going to beat the Texans.
I also think that. I think the Ravens blow out the Steelers.
Same.
I think the Bills blow out the Broncos.
Same.
You're probably going to pick the Eagles.
I'm picking the Eagles.
I'm going to pick the Packers. Bucks over the Commanders.
Same.
I'm going to go Rams over the Vikings.
I'm going to pick the Vikings. So when they reseed, what would that be?
So the Packers are a 7 seed. The Eagles are a 3 seed. The Vikings are the Vikings are the 2 seed.
Yeah, they should be.
Which means that the Rams have to be the 8th seed because the
Oh no, Vikings are the 5 seed. Eagles are the 2.
Eagles are the 2. Or Packers are the 8.
7.
7. Who's 8?
There's no 8.
Rams? Oh no, there's only 7. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are Rams? 5.
The Rams are 4.
4. Okay.
So we got 2v7, 3v6, and 4v5. So Chargers are the 5 seed.
Mm-hmm.
Ravens are the 3.
Bills are the 2. The Steelers, Broncos, Texans.
Steelers are the 6. They're already gone though.
Broncos are the 7.
Broncos are the 7.
And Steelers are the Texans are the 4.
Texans are the 4.
What about what are the Commanders Bucks?
Commanders are the 6.
Bucks are the 5.
Bucks are
No.
the 3.
3. Wow, the 3. Look at them all the way up there. Look at them do it.
Vikings are the 5. Okay, so that means the 1 seed plays the lower seed.
The lowest. Yep.
So Chargers are the 5, and if the Steelers and Broncos both lose, that means it'll be Chargers Chiefs. So I think the Chiefs win that one.
So it'd be Packers Lions. And
Well, we're gonna have different brackets because you picked the fucking pack.
Yep. And then it's gonna be Eagles. Let's see, Vikings Rams. So it's gonna be the 4 versus the who. We're gonna go Bucks. We're gonna go Packers.
Wait, no, Broncos lost.
Bucks.
Bills are the 2.
Packers.
So 1, 2, and 3 are still in.
So here it would be
Oh yeah, so it'd just be 4. So it would be
Chiefs,
Ravens, Bills.
Bills, and then it would be Ravens, and the Chiefs would play the winner of the Texans Chargers. So Chargers, Chiefs, Bills, Bills. All right. I got all mine. I'm really excited to see how far the Ravens go. Lamar Jackson's got to be hungry, but also Josh Allen has to be hungry. Patrick Mahomes, you can chill, dude. I'm tired of whatever black magic you have on that team. I'm tired of it, Grandpa. Well, that's too damn bad. The only other thing that I didn't talk about last week while Cuts get his final calculations completed, I did finish Ted Lasso. Very emotional show. Very great job by Jason Sudeikis. Very lighthearted, but hits you right
Got
in
it.
the feels. Please watch that show. All right.
All right, so for mine, Chargers, Texans. Texans are going to lose. Steelers, Ravens. Steelers are going to lose. Broncos, Bills. Bills are going to win. Pack, Eagles. Eagles are going to win. Commanders, Bucks. Bucks are going to win. Vikings, Rams. Vikings are going to win. And then so reseeded, it would be Chargers, Chiefs. Chiefs are going to win that one. And then Ravens, Bills. And I think the Ravens win that one. And then in the NFC, it would be Lions, Vikings. So the Lions win that one. And then it'd be Eagles, Bucks. And I think the Eagles win that one. So in the AFC and NFC championship games, I have the Chiefs losing to the Ravens and the Lions losing to the Eagles. So the Super Bowl would be Eagles, Ravens, and I have the Ravens taking it all.
So I have winners for the first round: Chargers, Ravens, Bills, Packers, Bucks, Rams.
Mm-hmm.
So reseeded Packers, Lions, and Rams versus the Bucks. I have the Packers and the Buccaneers winning from that to go to the NFC Championship game. I have the Packers beating the Bucks in the NFC Championship game to go to the Super Bowl. On the other side, the Chiefs would play the Chargers. Chiefs would win with their bullshit.
Yeah.
Bills would play the Ravens. I have the Bills winning over the
Okay.
Ravens. Then it'd be Chiefs Bills. I have the Bills going to the Super Bowl. And for the Packers Bills Super Bowl, the Bills are winning the Super Bowl
You got the Packers going all the way, huh?
until they get
All right, so,
until
all right.
they get beat in the Super
The
Bowl.
one thing that I thought was pretty crazy for
I mean,
the
if we can
last
beat the Lions and the Eagles, what's stopping us?
24 years, every 12 years, the Ravens win a Super Bowl with a 28-year-old quarterback.
Hilarious.
In fucking 01 or 2000 or whatever it was, Dilfer was 28 years old.
Mm-hmm.
They won. And then 12 years later, Ray Lewis's last fucking game, fucking Flacco is 28 years old, contract year, wins the Super Bowl, steals a bunch of money from the Ravens,
Yeah.
180 million or whatever, which was ridiculous at that time.
Yeah.
And now, Lamar Jackson, 28 years old, 12 years later.
Wild. That's a weird script to keep too.
It's a weird one.
Yeah.
I saw it on Barstool.
It's wild.
And it was like, it's kind of a coincidence right now, but if they do it again, it's a trend.
Yeah.
So they got to wait another 12 years.
Yeah.
Would you rather
Win a Super Bowl every 12 years.
every 12 years or just leave it up to fate?
Every 12 years.
I think so too.
Because every 12 years you can be happy.
Yeah.
You don't give a fuck. If you knew it.
Because you gotta, what is it? It's a 1 in 32 chance of your team, just not Vegas odds, but like just odds. 1 in 32 chance of your team winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Obviously, the odds are way more ridiculous than that.
I mean, it's been 13 going on 14 now for me. And
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would take the Brady thing, which is like every 3 years we get one,
Yeah.
or every 3 years we get like 4, whatever it is.
Fuck that.
But I would wait 12 years. It would kind of suck because I really like the players we have on the squad. So I mean, if you look at those Ravens teams that won from 2000 to 2012, that squad was almost completely different, other than Ray Lewis.
Right.
Because I would almost be willing to say that the squad with Haloti Nada and Terrell Suggs was better. Because then, what was I don't even remember their wide receiver. Who was it?
For the Ravens?
Yeah, they had Flacco's main wide receiver. It wasn't
Oh, it's on the tip of my
it wasn't
tongue.
Sidney Rice. It was someone else. Now I gotta look it up.
I'm trying to think who it was, man. I don't have it.
Ravens 2012 roster. Oh, they didn't win in 2012. They won in 13.
Man, I can't think of the wide receivers back then.
Ray Rice,
Ray Rice, yeah.
Marlon Brown,
Okay.
Jacoby Jones was the one I was thinking of,
Okay.
and Torrey Smith. And on defense, they had Haloti Nada, who's a beast, Terrell Suggs, beast, Ray Lewis, beast, Jamel McCain, beast, and a bunch of more randos. Oh, Ladarius Webb was pretty good too.
Yeah.
But yeah, crazy. And they went 8-8, won the Super Bowl.
That's wild.
Stupid.
Yeah. So there's our brackets.
Yep, there's our brackets. I got the Ravens winning it all,
Bills.
just because it's gonna happen. I like that we both have AFC teams winning it.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah.
NFC's weak.
No. I just think that
Who do you think has won more Super Bowls
last 20 years.
in the last 20 years? It's got to be AFC.
Yeah, because
I mean, Brady
had
6 of
7.
them.
Well,
Well,
he,
6 of them for the AFC.
yeah, so that's 5 more because he got one for the NFC. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah, well, he had 7 altogether, so 6 go to
You
AFC.
got Peyton Manning.
So let's look it up.
It's got to be AFC.
Last 20.
I'd say it's 12 to 8 for the ratio for the last 20 years.
Let's see, it goes all the way back. Here we go. So, oh, and Kansas City too. Kansas City's AFC.
Yeah, so
It's got to be AFC.
it's got to be in the last 20 years. It's probably more like 16.
So I'm going to count the last 20 just AFC. So we got Kansas City last year, Kansas City year before that, Rams were the year before that, Tampa Bay the year before that, Kansas City, and then New England the year before that, Philly the year before that, New England the year before that, Denver the year before that, New England again, and then Seattle, and then Baltimore,
Packers.
and then the Giants,
Oh, no.
and then the Packers, and then New Orleans, and then Pittsburgh. How far back are we now? We're back in 09 now. And then the Giants again, and then Indy won, and then Pittsburgh won, and then New England, and then Tampa Bay.
So 13.
I got 13 for AFC.
Yeah, 13. That's crazy.
Nuts.
Yeah.
NFC's weak, dude.
Nah.
NFC's weak.
The AFC,
Bunch of soft little bitches.
the
in
AFC
the
just lets one team build up to be the super team each year, just so they can win it.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
We won so many Super Bowls.
Yep.
I'll never see a run like that again, and that's okay with me. I was alive to see it, a child to see it,
Yeah.
full of wonder and winning
Yeah.
and numbness to
I
the
got to see
winning.
the full length of that man's career,
Yeah, it's crazy.
from college to
Crazy. There's been thousands of years of existence, and I just happened to be a child when Tom Brady was blown up,
yep.
and an adult.
And I'm lucky enough to see the Packers having 3 predominantly starting quarterbacks over the last 30 years.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. It's pretty impressive. That's almost as impressive as Tom Brady's run. Not quite. Not quite. I'd rather have one motherfucker for 20 when 6.
You're right. These should have got more, but they didn't.
Yeah.
So here we are.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. If the formula's right, then Love should get 1 Super Bowl, and then he should play just
With
above
Jets.
mediocre for like 5 years after, and then go play for the Jets, and then go play for the Vikings.
Yeah.
If Rodgers goes and plays for the Vikings next year,
I'd be like, this is a simulation.
it's 100% a simulation.
Yeah.
I think he should do it just to fuck with people.
Yeah, sign up as a backup, just to mentor Sam Darnold. I mean, not Sam Darnold, but
JJ, he should just go in and play ahead of JJ for a year. Give JJ another year to learn from one of the GOATs and
yeah,
let A-Rod just throw some heaters to Jay Jettas. And
yeah, that'd be sick. Then he brings over Devontae. So
brings over Devontae, old fucking Walker Devontae.
Devontae Addison and
Jettas.
Jettas.
With Hawk, too.
It's disgusting.
They just need a good running back.
I can only get so wreck stuff.
That'd
But,
be nuts.
but yeah, that's all I had for Pop.
Mhm.
Thanks for watching, guys. Episode 185. Everything's going to be published hopefully tomorrow.
This might be my 100th episode.
I think we need to go now or yes last time.
No.
I lost track.
Happy century.
Century.
One.